In this video, I'll review concepts from Chapter 3 of Human Anatomy and Physiology, 11th edition. This chapter focuses on cells. In particular, we'll be looking at the steps of gene expression, also known as protein synthesis. Steps of gene expression can be broken down into this central dogma. So we start with DNA serving as a template for mRNA, and then mRNA is going to serve as a template for proteins. The formation of mRNA from a DNA template is called transcription. That mRNA is then processed and exported from the nucleus. And then in the cytoplasm, that mRNA will serve as a template for protein synthesis. And this process is called translation. So we have three major processes happening here: transcription, RNA processing, and translation. And all of those are playing a role in gene expression. And when we say gene expression, we're taking a gene, which is a part of DNA, and we're expressing it here as a protein, or polypeptide, as shown here. It's another name for a protein. So let's start with the DNA step of gene expression. So reminder, DNA is the blueprint that holds the code for DNA synthesis. You can see here, it's holding the code in these things called genes. So genes are segments of DNA that code for a polypeptide. And a polypeptide is just a sequence of amino acids. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 amino acids in this particular polypeptide. The genetic code is created by triplets of nucleotides. So, for instance, TAC in this DNA strand is going to eventually code for this methionine amino acid. So you don't have to know that exact info for this. Just know that it's these triplets, also called codons, that are going to code for amino acids. And each codon, each triplet, codes for a different amino acid. Next, we move to mRNA. So from these codons in the DNA, we're producing complementary strand of mRNA. So this is the process known as transcription. So again, it's creation of mRNA from a DNA template. That mRNA is then going to get processed, and it's going to get exported out into the cytoplasm, which is the location of all of those ribosomes. The mRNA is going to serve as a template for protein translation. So translation is, again, it is formation of a polypeptide from an mRNA template. So that's shown here. The final step here of gene expression, protein. So protein enzymes are what are going to do most of the cell's work. Additionally, the cytoskeleton, so the structure of the cell, depends on proteins. And the ribosomes are going to be the enzymes that translate amino acid chains from mRNA templates. So here we have a polypeptide being formed from an mRNA template, and that's called translation. So that gets us to the end of this series of videos for Chapter 3 of your textbook. We've just gone over the cell cycle, but in previous videos I've introduced you to cells, to their cell membranes and membrane transport, as well as to the cytoplasm and the organelles of the cell.